Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I have another one on everything coming, this time in part 2 of Global's 8th anniversary. So just like last time, if you can drop a like, subscribe if you're new, all the support is very much appreciated, and let's get in to all the content goodness. So no wasting time, starting off part 2 of the 8th anniversary is the Easy A's for both Gums and also the Easy A for Strength Kaioken SSBK Goku. Now, I did say before I'm not going to go through all the details just to make sure the video isn't too long, and we'll be going over these numerous amounts of times during the anniversary and of course when they actually do get the respective Easy A's. However, I can't actually remember what Gums does, so we're going to take a quick flick through. So he becomes a key +4, 150 lead for Super Saiyans, 12 key, 50% attack and defense raise, 18 key, again 50% attack and defense raise, can also seal, 159% attack and defense at the start of turn, can randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, gets an additional key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained, and then gets an additional attack and defense +10% per key sphere obtained. That's very nice considering he's an orb changer, and then gets an additional attack and defense +7% per Super Saiyan's category allies, self-excluded, attacking in the same turn, which when you consider some of the best units in the game, and units you're typically going to be running around this guy, not that difficult. He then has a chance for a critical hit +7%, reduces damage received by 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained, which isn't too difficult because again, he is a rainbow orb changer, and that additional key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained while being his own rainbow orb changer. Very helpful at consistently launching 18 key supers. You have dupes, you can get a double 50% attack and defense raise within the turn with 18 and 12 keys. So a very decent, very solid Easy A. And then if you haven't seen what Easy A Strength SSBK Goku can do, he pretty much is the hardest hitting unit in the game when his Easy A drops. His defense is actually quite solid, don't get me wrong, but considering how much damage he does, you never really have to worry about you dying. And again, when you consider the units he can be surrounded by, they do just fine. You never have to worry about him dying because he does so much damage in general, and then eventually on his active skill, that you pretty much kill the enemy in red zone before you have to worry about him dying. He's literally one of the hardest hitting units in the entire game, and I can't wait to try his Easy A and have so much fun absolutely just decimating bosses in red zone and the Shadow Dragon event. Moving on, of course, we do have the Extreme Z Legendary Summon and also the Extreme Z Dokkan Fest for both Easy A's. We have returning story events, of course, that go with Gums, and the same thing can be said for the returning Easy areas or Extreme Z areas. We also have ultimate commemorative missions, which are limited missions and daily missions. Just like the missions in part 1, you'll be getting stuff like Sleep Guys, stones, which you're going to get an abundance, as I've already mentioned during this anniversary, like the most we've ever gotten. That's the one good thing about Dokkan. In every single anniversary, we get more and more stones every single year. We're talking well in excess of over 1,000. I think at one point just for the anniversary, I will do a video covering the amount of stones we can get during this anniversary. And then as you can see, you've got the 8th anniversary coins, which we went through yesterday, which you can use to exchange for resources, important items, stuff like that, like same type Kais, Hercule statues, etc. We also have the 77 summon tickets, which again, you'll be collecting throughout part 1, part 2, to eventually finally do your big summon during part 3. The banner is going to be stacked this year. And then of course, tons of thanks tickets, which are again for the ticket banner versions of the 8th anniversary banners and also the part 2 LR banners, where you can get some free ticket summons and the usual kind of rewards. Then we have, of course, new challenge event stages for the Shadow Dragon event. Just like Red Zone, just like the God event, we'll be getting a few stages each part. So of course, we're not going to get it all in part 1. I probably should have mentioned that yesterday, but they do the same thing every year with the difficult event that they drop within the anniversary, where we get a few stages during each part until it's fully completed out by the end of the anniversary. So we'll get a few more stages for that. Considering there's 7 stages and there's 3 parts, we'll probably get like 3 stages in part 1. I'm not actually entirely sure, of course, this is already set. I do like to keep some stuff a surprise for myself. There's probably going to be like 3 stages in part 1 or one of the parts, and then like 2 stages in part 2, part 3, or maybe, you know, 2 stages part 1, 2 stages part 2, and then 3 stages in part 3. They'll probably split it up in that way, a 2-2-3 split or a 3-2-2 split. But either way, we'll have all of them ready by the end of the anniversary. But we keep going. Of course, we'll get new event stages for all of these free-to-play story events that will be coming initially in part 2. For this event here around Boo and mainly Oob, this is where you'll be getting the free-to-play LR Margin Vegeta unit, which I could have gone over in yesterday's video, but yesterday's video was already getting quite long as it is. And essentially you start off with a free-to-play Barbody, you Dokkan awaken him all the way up. This is the free-to-play LR that we get in every anniversary. He will also have a standby skill, by the way, and it then becomes an LR Barbody, which then goes into a standby, and also easy A's again, typical kind of anniversary method with the free-to-play LR. You'll then go into a standby, as you can see here, switch to standby for 5 turns, gain 1 charge per counter per key sphere obtained for all allies, which can be activated from the 4th turn from the start of battle. You'll go into a standby where LR Margin Vegeta will come out. And by the way, this art is so good. It's so good. Like, I love this art to absolute bits. Unfortunately though, let me actually have him up on the screen while I kind of disrespect him. Unfortunately, for such an amazing art, not the best. He is a free-to-play unit, so there's kind of like a free-to-play standard, but he isn't the best, I'll be completely honest. And essentially, Margin Vegeta will come out during the standby, and you're meant to activate the gauge, or fill up the gauge, shall I say, with charge counters, where you basically collect key. We've already gone through how standbys work, they're already in the game, with the World Tournament Goku, of course. You'll get the finish attack 1, which is Imperfect Control, which keeps Margin Vegeta out. Or if you do connect enough key spheres and build up your charge counter to 30 or more, that's where Margin Boo will come out, and essentially you would have completed the standby phase and completed the standby skill properly and got the big finish attack off, the one you're looking for. So it's a shame that my boy LR Margin Vegeta, for one of his coldest moments, is kind of relegated to a free-to-play unit that isn't that great. But yeah, this is the free-to-play event where you can grind that free-to-play LR Barbody with the standby skill that goes into Margin Vegeta. And then if you get enough key spheres to fill up your gauge, you will get the finish attack with Margin Boo. And yeah, you get this pretty much the essential stuff. Each stage will be released at a time throughout part 1, 2, and 3. First stage, of course, gives Barbody. You have medals, then you have the actual medals to awaken him into TUR Barbody. Resources, then level 5 will give you the medals to fully awaken him into LR Barbody. And then so on and so forth. And of course, all of these have missions where you will get more copies of Barbody, so you can completely rainbow him out for free, including SA, and also orbs along the way with some stones. This free-to-play event will give you the free-to-play Hercule. I can't remember if I actually went through this in part 1. I was going to, and if I didn't, I should have. So I apologize if I didn't. But again, another story event where we'll get stages through part 1, part 2, and part 3. And this will help you gain and get the free-to-play Hercule unit, who, if I'm being completely honest, there is also missions as well where you'll get more copies of Hercule and a few stones, and a Hercule statue in there as well. He's okay. He's not great, I'll be honest. The free-to-play kind of standard has dropped since, you know, the 6th anniversary. To be fair, the 6th anniversary free-to-play units had to be good, considering, like, the Reps Universe 7 category did need help. And the free-to-play units were that help. It's just a shame that the free-to-play standards kind of dropped a little bit. It would have been nice if these were a lot better. And then this free-to-play event, you'll get the support memory, and again, kind of standard stuff with resources, sensu beans, more resources, more support memories, and things like that, and also missions. This is kind of the main thing. You know, you complete missions such as completing the support memories, you get some more stones, use the support memory, you also get reels for that specific color. So standard free-to-play events currently in Dokkan that we're kind of used to at this point, which is free-to-play event for the free-to-play LR that can be easy aid during the anniversary, which is the LR Barbody, standbys into Margin Vegeta, where if you get the big finish attack off, Margin Boo will come out. This free-to-play event is for the free-to-play ECA Hercule, who isn't great, has a 50% chance to revive. He's okay, not the best. And then this one is for support memories. This is essentially, I'm pretty sure, battles through like multiple versions of Dragon Ball that Goku has to face. So those are free-to-play events, which I said will get stages throughout part 1, 2, and 3. We also have this limited time event, which is very, very good. This is to get keys for the Kai event. So it is essentially a growth event. You beat King Kai, You then complete the missions, you clear it once, you get 1 key, you clear it 3 times, you get another key, you clear it 5 times, you get another key, you clear it 7 times, you get another one, and for completing it 9 times, you get a total of 5 keys. So this is basically a free-to-play event for free-to-play players to access the Kai event, which typically you would have to spend money to get those keys to attempt, where you get the guaranteed link levels. So this event is very, very good. Make sure you are grinding this as much as possible and all 9 times to get all 5 keys to guarantee link levels on some of your units. So if you haven't finished link leveling the units that will be getting easy A's in the celebration, which again are Fizz Super Vegito, who isn't that great. You have the transforming Strength Super Boo, you have Gums, you also have Strength SSBK, and also the Year 5 LRs. If you get them close during the anniversary, take them in the link level event, finish them off in there. Moving on, we also have a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, as usual. Easy stones, basically. We also have Super Strike events available every day, so if you missed out on some of those, maybe you need some extra stones to do some more summons on the anniversary banners. They are back for you to grind. Easy areas are returning again, returning story events, and then we have the big Part 2 LR banners for the Goku and Gohan. These are indeed carnival banners, both of them, so they are pretty decent banners. The Kid Gohan, he's pretty good. He's not as good as the Goku, but he is still pretty good. If you are global players and you don't know what these units are because you don't pay attention to JP, essentially these are Dragon Ball openings or Dragon Ball Z openings in units, essentially. Of course, you'll see that during their animations, things like that. But this Kid Gohan is from the Z opening, the Goku is from the Kai opening. I think they're incredibly unique units, and I love them a lot. I said the Gohan's solid, he's pretty good, but the Goku is very good. He's definitely the better out of the two. This is Gohan's Carnival LR banner. You've got Metal Caller, you've got LR Golden Frieza, Great Ape Vegeta, you've got the Fizz, Goku, and Piccolo. You also have the Krillin and Kid Gohan, the GT Trio, and the last 3 units aren't that great. Like, these two are terrible, and he isn't that great either. But Cooler, LR Golden Frieza especially, great value. Unfortunately, my boy Jeets, not so much. These two are quite solid. These two, quite underrated, but they have aged quite a lot, and their easy is pretty good. But these two on the banner, LR Golden Frieza and Metal Cooler, very good units. Then we have Goku's, who is also very nice. You have LR Birdku, who's still one of the better units in the game. You have the Goku and Gohan, who are still pretty good. Kaioken Goku. You have this Jeets that exchanges into Goku. LR Majimasu, who's a big one. And also the Easy A, Fizz, Cell, and Cell Juniors. If I had to give one slightly more value, just because the Goku is better than the Gohan, and there is a tiny bit more value in terms of featured units here because of this Vegeta, but more so these two compared to Gohan's banner. This one definitely slightly edges it over Gohan, but your main value is Goku is the better out of the two. But those are the Carnival LR banners that come for Part 2, where you can also, of course, use those Tons of Thanks rainbow tickets on if you're not going to use them on the Dokkan Fest banners instead. So those are the Part 2 Carnival LRs. I can't lie, as I said, I love them a lot. I love how unique they are. They're literally opening, like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Kai opening units into, like, built into a unit. I think they're some of the most unique units in the game because of what they represent. And I love the novelty. I love them a lot because of that. We also have a world tournament during the anniversary as well. I know a lot of people don't like world tournament, nor do I. But instead of trying to grind it to be like the best in like locally or whatever, or number 1, just grind enough so you can get a decent amount of stones from it. You know, you don't want any stones going to waste during the anniversary. We also have the Adventure of Gratitude, which I'm pretty sure we've had before. I'm pretty sure we've had before. I'm pretty sure that's a 2022. Yeah, this is old. This is old. So if you're a bit of a newer Dokkan player and you've never farmed this Kid Goku, you can do this here. Jesus, this is well older. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember this. Yeah, I do. There's also the Bizarre Rabbit mob. A lot of stuff does come back, and the Mysterious Ritual Summon as well. But that is everything that comes in Part 2. The main things being the Easy A's for Gums, who is solid. Easy A SSBK, who is literally one of the hardest hitting units in the game. Like, his damage is absurd. You have more stages for the free-to-play events for the LR Barbary Exchange Margin Vegeta, the free-to-play Easy A Hercule. Unfortunately, the free-to-play units aren't that great. You also have the growth event, so you can grind out, and once you clear it all 9 times, you get 5 keys to go into the Supreme Kai event to guarantee yourself some link levels, which I really do like a lot. I wish they did something like that a bit more frequently, but I kind of get why they don't. And of course, the main thing being is the part 2 Carnival LR banners, where you have the Z and Kai Z opening Kid Gohan and Kai opening Goku, which I just said, I just love the novelty of the unit. Gohan is okay, he's quite solid, he's pretty good. Goku, very, very nice, very, very good unit. And of course, they have some very stacked featured units, such as LR Golden Frieza, and LR Metacooler on Kid Gohans, and LR Merge Zamasu, and also Birdku on Goku's. And then tomorrow I'll do another video on the final part 3 of the 8th anniversary, and then sometime soon I will do a video going through how many free-to-play stones we'll be getting during the anniversary. So make sure you are subscribed, and if you want to be notified when I drop new videos like this one, turn the bell on to be notified when I drop new videos. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.